Good morning, and we begin with breaking news out of Madison, where Governor Tony Evers signs the state budget into law early this morning.
It went to the governor's desk for his signature after the state assembly and Senate approved it on Wednesday. The 2025-2027 biennial budget is a two-year deal between Governor Evers and Republicans. It includes a commitment to close Green Bay Correctional Institution, tax cuts for working and middle-class families, and more money for child care in the UW system. Governors typically take several days to review and sign the budget after it's passed, but Governor Evers was in close discussions to get it passed quickly.
And Governor Evers releasing a statement saying, quote, "This bipartisan budget proves that despite these divisive times and the policy differences and disagreements we may share as elected officials in Wisconsin, we still believe in being able to work together with the collaborative and innovative spirit that Wisconsinites have embraced for generations."